April 2, 2026. Hi, my name is Shannyn. Welcome to my channel. God has led me to do a video every day this year. Just a heads up, this is going to be a little bit political first, and then I'll get into this fermented rice recipe that I use for hair conditioner and other ways that I use it. There's an ironic twist as to why I use natural things for my body and try and be as organic as I can with what I eat. 30 years ago, I had a flu vaccine and became very ill after that. And I still remember to this day just having only the energy to lie on the landing of my steps in the sun. And I realized that I felt like I'd been duped, and I promised myself 30 years ago I'd never have another flu vaccine. Then 2018, God asked me to write a page on Facebook that I don't share publicly. I don't talk about it very often to others. And God started to get me to write things that He was showing me on that page. So I had a bit of an insight, even though I didn't believe it at the time, I had a bit of an insight that there was a change coming. And a change did in fact come. Then in 2021, as you know, the world was, in my opinion, forced into taking a COVID vaccine. Based on the promise I'd made to myself 30 years ago that I wouldn't have one, I stuck to my guns and didn't. But that caused an ostracization and opened myself up to being judged. It limited how I could travel, where I could go, and being legally blind and in need of being able to get around, it really opened my eyes, ironically, no pun intended, to how vulnerable I was during that time and how vulnerable I could be in the future. I lost all faith and trust in my government, and that has not returned. But it did open a whole range of, it's like God brought all of this information to me through one way or another in regards to self-sufficiency, taking care of my health, using natural products for all sorts of things. And I have since then, so we're going on about 5 years now, 4 or 5 years, I have been experimenting with all sorts of different ways to make shampoos, conditioners, body butters, healing balms, all sorts of different stuff. Also around about that time I had something going on in my uterus, and after having gone through the doctors for years and having had surgery as well, the issue never stopped and continued to get worse. But I don't know how it happened, but I was sent 5 dry herbs and had it in a tea, and it stopped my problem within 3 days. And that really stunned me. It angered me as well, because since then I've learned a lot about the healing properties, not just the healing but the preventative properties of natural living, of living off the land, living on what God has given us. And in fact, I'm remembering now that around about the same time, 2021, I asked God, where do I draw the line between trusting in you and going to a doctor? And it's since then that I asked that God's opened these massive doors, and I've continued to go down them. I just want to say that I have been burdened, distracted, not by Desi Freeman or the Epstein files or the lack of arrests or even the petrol. I have been burdened, and that always brings me to a place of needing to pray. And I am going to be consecrating myself to the Lord over these next 4 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. And I will do the Sunday pause video for Sunday, and I will be working on the Miracle Monday video. They will all be based on resurrection from the dead, in honor of God, in honor of the truth that he died for us and was raised and is now ascended in the kingdom of heaven. And we can get everything we need to get through these seasons ahead by his grace and by his wisdom. He will lead you if you ask him, and so many ways. So anyway, that's it from me about that part. I'm going to get stuck into this video. Fermented rice.
Okay, let's go.